Hello and welcome to the new official SMS Esports live stream. Today we are going to be starting on a new Rocket League season, actually. Is that correct, Dusty?
That is correct.
And I must say, I am here with Dusty Morgan,
AKA Dirty Road 326.
who was a player for last season, but now he is shoutcasting with me, Samuel. Anyway, we are currently starting soon. So, in the meantime, we will wait until all of the players get into their matches.
I do hope to see a lot of progress from last time they played, which was it winter? December?
I think it was winter whenever it was the last time that they played.
Yeah. December or like January, I can't remember.
Although there are a lot of things that there is a lot of things that they could have improved on. Like, remember that whole saying that I made up where, like, a goalie is better than no goalie and all of that, and how last season we used to not even play defense at all? Well, I hope to see a lot more defensive plays or mixed plays where it's like sort of offense, sort of defense.
Yeah, like some mix. So you like one goalie, two offense. That's pretty
I
much.
think I have a new term for mixed build. I think we should call it like adaptable, because like
Adaptive.
yeah, if
'Cause like
if you need to, you can rush.
offense.
If you need to, you can go all defense, or like at a neutral term, like you can just like have two people be offensive, one person's at the goal.
Yeah, so that's what me and my team did. Basically, now I was kinda the main goalie, but usually we did it where, hey, if you're closer to the goal,
Like
then
during spawn.
that's where you go.
Yeah, back whenever I played, like 3 years ago, whenever I was actually a player, not a shoutcaster, the same thing was happening where, like, if you're the closest person to the goal, you're automatically assigned a goalie. Now, that can sometimes be a really good strategy and a really bad strategy, because, like, what if, like, a person who doesn't even know how to do goalie because they were, like, slacking on their goaling training becomes, like, the closest towards the goal?
And that's why if we were slacking, I was like, team, this has to be done. Even if you don't want to play goalie, it's necessary.
Alright, anyway, so it seems that we are going to be starting our match soon. We have Quispy Dinos, TSM Matt08, okay, so for our team we have Crisp294, Crispy Dinos, and we have Unlucky Ocean. Now, Unlucky Ocean, from, like, the last season was pretty good. I'd like to see a lot more improvement on, like, those teams, though. Anyway, it seems that so far it is just anyone's game. No one's gotten a score yet off the bat, which most of the time in the league, at least one of the teams will, like, get a goal instantly. But it seems that we have improved our defense. And if you see the opposing team, remember that one flaw that we used to have where there's no goalie? Check a look at that, the team. I do not see, there's not even a defender for them. So if they are listening in and on the stream, a little advice would be definitely trying to, like, not have all your forces, like, group up into one, like, thing. Although, right now it is working for them because they did get a goal. However, like, if you have 3 people, like, all at the front, and then all of a sudden, like, let's say, for example, Crispy Dinos is the goalie, and he deflects the ball, and it goes all the way to their goal, and they don't have a goalie.
Now, one thing I found interesting is that everyone's sporting Octane, but that one guy who
Except the one
has
person.
the Batmobile for the new Batman movie.
So it looks like that person with I don't know what that car's name is. I think
It's the
TSM Matt.
Batmobile.
He demoed one of the people, and then that allowed for I think it was Halo to be able to get a goal.
Yeah,
Anyway, so far the kickoff has went into favor of SMS with it going all the way to the orange side.
now we are down by 2, but that's in a minute, so we definitely have time to recover. So
You know, I'm noticing that whenever I was talking about that whole like, oh hey, you need a goalie thing. Look at them
now they have a goalie.
Yeah, I think someone is listening in on the stream, which if you are, hello. But anyway, looks like TSM Matt's main goal is to try to like make our like player count go down because he's been the only person demoing, and I think that's what he is.
No, that's what was my main roles was I was a goalie, and if I had some chance, like the ball's on the other side, and we were fighting some really good people, I would just go out and just demolish them like crazy.
Now, demolishing the like front line people that are mainly going for the goal, you should never do that. Do not ever do that. What you should do is you should go for the goalie. Because they're in the goal most of the time.
That's who
they
I
don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of room to like flip out of the way.
Yeah, that's who I always
And
they're
the most important person to demo. Because then the goal's open.
And after I took them out, if I had some spare seconds, I took out other guys, checked back on the goalie. If he was back in there, well, let's just say he learned his lesson.
But anyway, so far it seems that the opposing team is doing really well. Now, I'm not very much sure if SMS would be able to, like, recover from this, but there's still a whole, like, 2 minutes left. They do have a lot of, like, time. I'm gonna get this.
Now, one thing that I've noticed is right now, they've gone full offensive, which is really good, and there's only one thing to counter full offense, and that's full defense.
Not exactly. I'd say that, like,
Well,
adaptive.
adaptive could.
Adaptive is, like, the best play
Yeah.
that you can make. But they're not doing an adaptive play.
Well, here's one thing about adaptive that I could recommend as a strategy. You have one person on the other side if the ball's over there, and if the ball's over there, you have one person on our side that kind of stays on our side always, and then someone in goal. So it's kind of like 2 offense people, but also 2 defensive people at the same time.
The SMS goalie really needs to bump up their game with reaction time. Because I think that's what's letting the opposing team score. And if I remember correctly, this team is North Broward?
Yes. That's correct.
Anyway, so what I'm seeing so far is definitely that North Broward is really great at offense, but they do definitely need to, like, do a little bit of work if they're trying to do an adaptive play.
Yes.
Because, like, if you see right there, they didn't need to go full offensive. But the goalie left his position and, like, he's out of the goal. That's perfect chance. See?
Yes.
They could improve, or North Broward could definitely improve with their adaptive play. Like, you see there where we, or SMS, how they started to rush whenever, like, all the players were swarming in defense.
Now it's possible, but it's very, very much unlikely that we are going to recover from this.
But it is still possible if, like, for example, right now what North Broward is doing, where they
Yeah, now it's impossible.
they went full on rush for like a second. That would have been a great opportunity to like end up getting a goal.
Yeah, the thing about full offensive is that like when you're out and if you have everyone on offense, that can lead to problems just like bumping and all that. Because that will hurt you, because sometimes that can take like around 3 seconds just to recover.
Anyway, it seems that North Broward won this first match, although they would need to win another match if they wish to win the game.
Oh, looks like we have a DC fan. Also supporting the Flash banner. Which I supported the banner and the wheels. Not supported.
But, both teams could have improved there with how they played. I think a lot of it was definitely, for example, for SMS, it could have been communication because the goalie wasn't reacting all that fast.
Yeah.
Broward's was, but it was reacting too fast.
Now, one thing is...
He was trying to, like, predict the future.
I don't know who our goalie is right now, but we have a lower ping than them. Which, I mean, it's not by much, but it's just a tad helpful.
Ping doesn't really matter if you don't have a good reaction time.
Yeah, that as well.
Because your own brain has a sort of ping. Where, like, it takes time for you to like, react to something. And if you don't have a really good reaction time, being a goalie is not your strong suit.
Yep.
Now, a really great camera mode to use would be that one camera mode that follows the ball.
Yeah.
Because then you're always looking at the ball. However, that does also give the enemy the opportunity to just rush and demo you.
Yeah, ball cameras.
But I still do respect people who do, in fact, like, become goalies. Because, like, they're kinda more important, you could say, than most of the other team members. Because,
yeah,
like, yeah, you could get, like, 11 score. But what if it was tied? And then all of a sudden, like, the ball goes straight back to your goal on overtime, and you don't have a goalie.
Then you failed. You messed up.
But anyway, it seems that Broward is doing the exact same thing that they did last time with how they're doing their play. Which, doing the same thing is kind of like a double-edged sword.
So who is our goalie? I think it's Quispy Dinos.
Yeah, it's Quispy Dinos for now. But like I was saying before about how like doing the same thing was a double-edged sword, with an adaptive build, if someone does the exact same thing, there's a reason why it's called adaptive build. You can like adapt to how your opponent is playing.
Ooh, he just kicked him right off.
I think Halo Beast is the main goalie. Looks like he's carrying the ball all the way there. In my opinion, I would never do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, because then someone could just hit it right off and...
They could either A, demo you easily, B, that's a very hard maneuver to pull off.
It's just not worth
and
the
C,
time.
You can't go all that fast without the ball flying.
The only time
off
that'd be worth the time is air dribbling.
Or if you're trying to taunt the opponent, which...
Yeah.
That's kind of unsportsmanlike.
That will... Not only is it unsportsmanlike, but it will bite you in the butt.
There's
something
a thing
called karma. Yep.
I think we said the exact same thing. There's a thing called karma.
I said something called karma.
Well, similar. And karma does not discriminate. Not one bit.
But yeah, there is also good and bad karma.
I have no idea. Remember that one point that you made whenever you said that like whenever everyone's in one spot, how they would be like knocking each other around?
Yep.
A few seconds ago, there was a really good example of that with one of the Broward players hitting TSM Matt.
Ooh.
I think it was DJ. If Unlucky Ocean would have been a little bit more to the left whenever he hit that ball, he would have been able to get that goal in. And I have my own, like, theory as to, like, what's happening so far with like SMS.
What is it?
I think it's we need to work on our reaction time more than anything.
I agree with that.
Because I've seen plenty of times where the goalie did not even move.
Yep.
The goalie just stood there like a bobblehead. Just doing nothing. And there have been times where the goalie was really far away.
See, the thing about a goalie is that you can't even blink for 1 second.
Well, you have room to blink, but you don't have room to goof off.
Well, if they're on your side, you don't have time to blink. I've been there before. I blinked just for a second, and like they already scored.
Well, that could either just be the ball was really close, or B, the enemy team probably got a pinch,
Probably a pinch.
which literally throws the ball. Anyway, it seems that Unlucky Ocean got the goal there.
No, we can win this as long as we go full defense right now.
It only took them 4 minutes and 21 seconds to get us a goal.
But sadly, our players, I'm assuming, aren't listening. I don't know.
But what I must say is they should not do full defense.
Well, not full, but like most.
They should maybe at least have one offensive player.
Yeah,
Because then they're the
mostly.
person to get the ball away. Or either like an offensive player or a defender.
Because right now, yeah, we just need.
Defender's like a less intense version of a goalie. A goalie always stands nearby the goal. The defender is usually around like the team like side area.
So yeah, well,
Like for example, SMS has a blue area.
adaptive, in my opinion, what you want is a defender, goalie, and offense.
Alright, so now it is whoever wins this next match will win the entire game. Now that doesn't mean that they will win the conquest.
Yeah.
Or I don't think that this is a conquest because we're playing against multiple different counties.
Yeah.
I think this is just a game. But this still is a league. The Rocket League Spring League.
Yep.
Or I think it's called a league. Probably it's called a season. But still.
It'll be same GG, even though it's not over, but oh well. I mean, it is good sportsmanship. Wait, oh yeah, 4v4 to allow spectators. Right now we are on Neon Fields.
Alright, so it seems that they really tried to go for an offensive kickoff there, although that did end up not working in their favor at all.
Yeah.
I think Halo Beast is their main, like, offensive player. Because I've only seen him score. I have never seen anyone else score. Okay, so I think I know, like, the main, like, team and, like, their jobs. Halo is 100% the offensive person. I think TSM is either, like, the backup or the defender, with DJ being the goalie most of the time.
Yeah.
There are times when Halo does end up becoming the goalie, but they usually do not get a goalie whenever Halo.
The Halo Beast is pretty good. Spets.
It kind of reminds me of
Ooh.
other teams where one person basically carried them.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that because look at TSM's abilities, especially in the first game.
Well, there have been times where, like, one person completely carries the entire team.
Yeah.
For example, Halo Beast, yet again, getting another goal there. Like, remember what I was talking about with reaction time? The goalie literally just stood there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they blinked, which.
I mean, that was close enough and fast enough to where if you did blink during that time, you would have not seen it. But, I think TSM's their goalie now. Or no, they're going full-on offense, which now 2 of their players are in the goalie box.
Ooh.
One of our players didn't even do anything.
Let's see the replay.
Yeah, see, I think he was like...
Quispy went out and then tried to get back in and didn't have enough time.
This is why I always use the camera that locks onto the ball. I always use that camera because, like, it's the better thing to use whenever, like, you're in a high-paced situation.
Yeah, I usually don't besides, like, when I'm goalie and it's kind of near me, because I always do like to check my sides, which, yes, I could do with, ball cam, but, like, my brain is like, no, it's kind of locked on there.
Alright, what are the chances that Halo Beast is a diamond rank?
Honestly, I can't tell you.
What are the chances? Because I'm seeing a lot of, like, moves that only a diamond player would know. He's not... He's either diamond or high platinum. But I think his teammates are either, like, unranked to, like, gold or something.
Now then again,
TSM's probably platinum ranked.
ranking in some games is so hard to tell, because, like, if they play on something else and then, like, finally get on their own,
or a new season comes out and then they haven't, like, played.
then they can be
certain game.
fighting noobs and yet be really skilled. And
It's like this certain game terminology, Smurfs.
yeah,
They
I was
play
about
on
to say
alternate
Smurfs.
accounts, but they absolutely destroy stuff because they're so good at the game.
Yep. They usually just do that just to kind of mess with people.
Now, depending on the game, a Smurf can be different, but that's like a whole new debate. Anyway, so far, yeah, like I said before, a lot of these, like, moves I've seen before. Like, none of this is really new to me. Like, if I were to, let's say, for example, if I were still a player, I'd probably still, I would be able to react to that. I'd be able to defend against that kind of, like, play because I've seen it so many times.
Yeah. Now, to be fair,
We don't
did
know
just-
if they, like, our players have
Yeah.
seen it so many times, but, like,
because to be fair, we did just get these players this year.
yeah, and I've been in this program for 3 years.
And I've been playing since 2018, so
Yeah, but,
we both have a lot of experience.
it seems that so far, yeah, most of this is just the exact same. North Broward really has to, like, do something original. This is all the same. Every single play so far is the same.
Now, we'll admit
They're
this
like
is,
AI, like,
yeah.
doing the same thing over and over again, getting, like, a result.
I will admit this is a kinda distracting map, but it is beautifully designed.
The map really isn't all that distracting, though, because you can obviously see stuff,
Yeah.
and the ball you can literally lock onto, and it
Which
has
is
a,
good.
and it glows, if you see right
But
there.
also, we took off a lot of, like, the shaders and
But that's just for us, not
Yeah.
for, like, everyone else.
that as well.
But, anyway,
Ooh, Chris just barely missing it.
another thing that I'm seeing is that most of the goalies are not getting boost and are not using it for defenses.
Which is not a good idea.
That is the worst thing you can do as goalie.
Yep.
When you're goalie, you need boost. And you should never use boost for offensive purposes. You
No.
should use it to stop an aerial hit like this. See what
Oh,
Halo
that's
Beast
going
is
in.
doing?
That's going in. Yep.
Yeah.
Wispy just stood there and did nothing.
I don't think that Crispy had boost though. Which
Yeah.
then that's kind of like.
But then
okay.
again, he
But
didn't
he
even
did
try to.
stand still.
He didn't even accelerate.
But like you need boost because of aerial hits. You need to defend against those. But anyway, good game. So North Broward wins the game. I don't know about the other teams because I haven't been told yet, but so far North Broward has won the game.
So congratulations, to North Broward.
I would
But-
I would 100% say Halo Beast did literally carried that entire thing.
Now I will say one thing is, especially the score difference this round. Oh, one's on. I'm pretty sure PlayStation Network. Anyways, oh yeah,
Anyway, I'm Samuel, and
this is Dusty.
we would like to congratulate North Broward for winning that game. And anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next stream.
Bye.
Bye.